Share of mortgage-free Americans at an all-time high. Does being homeless count as being a mortgage-free American? A lot of people were able to take advantage of sky-high prices in HCOL areas. I know someone that sold their house to buy a house a few acres outright in TX. He's not working ATM because he doesn't have to. Considering the baby boom is such a large percentage of households and homeowners, it really says that the baby boomers are not doing well financially if only 5 more of them paid off their homes. Gen X is a much smaller generation in comparison. There really should have been more payoffs considering baby boomers would have started purchasing homes in the late 1970s, 1990s. Those early boomers would have reached 30 years of home ownership in the 2010s. We really should be seeing more boomers have paid off homes. What this is really showing is how they refinanced a lot and removed a ton of equity, so they are still paying it off now. Articles behind a paywall. The numbers I've seen are about 30 own outright, about 40 have greater than 50 equity, and less than 10 have under 10 equity. Anyone who tells you this is anything like 2008 is out of their minds. The vast majority have more than enough to be liquid if needed. Foreclosures just came back to pre-pandemic levels, which are still significantly lower than 2008. Prices won't continue their meteoric rise like from 2020, 2022, but they're not dropping either. Paid mine off last year. Holy shit, what a relief. Reverse mortgage guy is getting a stiffy rolling on the floor laughing. Paywall. Paid off house and debt free is the ultimate goal. After that I can just find a job that I actually like doing where the money isn't everything. Still got to pay property taxes, which in New England are often more than the mortgage. My experience here. I live in a LCOL area. Took a remote job in a HCOL and smashed my mortgage real quick. Can't imagine tons of others didn't do the same. Why didn't they post this in RE bubble? Aging population. It's messing with a lot of statistics. Older people tend to have paid off houses. Boomers. Sounds like another article trying to passive-aggressively tell individual owners to sell. Non-paywall version? Share of lies about the real estate market is an all-time high. I'm one of them. It still will crash more than the last GFC. The everything bubble. Really? Wherever those people are, they don't seem to be on Reddit with the rest of us pories. I think the article meant say, baby boomers who bought houses when housing didn't cost $50 at a minimum of their monthly salary. Geez, the boobs on that guy. Sorry if it's a woman, who can tell anymore? Thank Dave Ramsey? Mortgage-free is a weird way to say unable to buy a house. I blame avocados. One day. So what they're saying is we have a lot of older people finally paying off loans, or just a bunch of Dave Ramseys. If I had $500K in cash to buy a house, I would have bought a $400K house, $80K down at 2 rate paying only $100K in front-end interest of life of loan. Then I would take the rest of the cash and invest, because the appreciation of my home value will cancel out the $100K in interest paid. Combine this article with the one about how a third of homes are bought with cash and we see some serious flaw in the system developing. Gee, it's almost like no one has money. Because Americans are either living at home with parents, or renting with roommates, or bought a home a long time ago and now rode the recent surge in prices up to cash out their equity, pay off a mortgage, and roll over into a new house. No mortgage. Historically, rates are around average, maybe a little below. In the 80s they were 13. With that said, I think the government should regulate mortgage interest rates for home buyers living in the home, not investments at 3.5 depending on credit, LTV, etc. A huge chunk of that can be attributed to corporations purchasing homes with cash. According to seemingly reputable sources, at this time 27 of single-family homes are owned by corporations. Many of those homes were purchased in the last 10 years. Cries in $900K mortgage. Of course, if you can't buy a house, you don't get a mortgage. Yeah, they're called homeless. The article claims almost 40 of U.S. homeowners own their homes outright as of 2022. I have a very hard time believing that. I'm taking this as there are fewer and fewer new buyers. April 1st joke? This country is so utterly fucked. Easy to not have a mortgage when I can't afford one in the first place. Own my home. No mortgage. Can confirm it's very nice. Absolutely feel for those less fortunate though. Nah. The tax man and insurance will always be the foil in Amy retirees' financial plans. There's no real liability-free real estate ownership today. Must be nice, don't get me wrong. I love being a homeowner and know how fortunate I am. But I'm only a year into my 30-year mortgage.